I think that a very important moment in the synod was the mea culpa expressed by Archbishop Fisher, and I think he was interpreting most of our feelings. The question of sexual abuse of minors is actually present in the Instrumentum Laboris in paragraph 66, so it's not something that enters through the window, it's already there. As part of this unfortunate experience of young people with the church, where they hear something but they see another, and this real thirst for an authentic church. And I think, to answer your question, my feeling is that every working group has touched on the issue. And so this is a general comment that will have to find probably more space in the final documents, which express the discernment of the synod. We know that most victims are young people, and so if you're talking about young people, you also have to talk about their wounds. And this is an unfortunate wound inflicted by the very people who should heal rather than wound. So it is more than tragic. It is truly, truly and tremendously tragic. I think that when the Holy Father, surrounded by a good representation of 260 bishops from all over the world, hears the same wish to go from beautiful words to action, he is obviously empowered to do what he really wants for the church, and that is to make the church a safer place and to get different cultures and different conferences of bishops to implement what is now policy in the church. We're talking about the circular letter of the Congregation for the Doctrine of the Faith from 2011 that asked every conference of bishops in the world to do guidelines, to produce guidelines that were submitted for the review of the CDF, of the Congregation for Doctrine of the Faith. So there is a policy, there have been guidelines. Now, from the documents, we need to go to the grassroots, to empower people to disclose abuse, but also to raise the threshold of accountability. I think we bishops realize that we are accountable, not only to God, but also to our people. And we are not only accountable on a personal level for whatever we do, but we're also accountable when it comes to stewardship. And so the Holy Father, when a few years ago, he made the motu proprio, the special law on the ways you denounce bishops, because negligence in their stewardship gives a very strong message that we bishops are not only accountable to our consciences and to God, but also to our people. And the word is stewardship, and the word is protection. And I think this is something that everybody in the Synod is able to perceive and accept. And from what I gather in the corridor of the Synod, this is being talked, and every group has tackled this issue, which is, I think, a very powerful point to make.